welcome to September. This might be the last episode of Leah's 2017. I don't know, I'm just... That tricky old unipolar disorder is making it very difficult for me to be motivated enough to be the kind of happy that I want people to think I am. Because I don't film when I'm not feeling great. I only film when I'm in that kind of happy-go-lucky, jolly mood, because that's what I want on this channel. I don't want... The whole point of doing this was that I wanted to remember stuff that happened in 2017. It's a scrapbook, it's a visual scrapbook, for me to remember things. And I don't want to remember feeling crap, because I feel crap most of the time. I don't need to remember that. I live it. I don't know how many more of these I'll be able to do, because the last couple of months it's been really difficult to actually capture anything, because I haven't wanted to. So I don't know if there'll be in October. Although, to be fair, I'm fairly convinced that the apocalypse is happening, because we've had, what, like 4 hurricanes and an earthquake and Nazis and the threat of nuclear war. So maybe the world will just make that decision for me. You know how August began with that window with the rain? September has also begun with rain. I wanted to go to market today because for the first, outside of London, it's really difficult to get anything good. And they have bubble waffles at the market today. So I wanted to go to the market and try a bubble waffle. But it's raining and the road's shut for the market, so I can't drive there. I'm about to do an exercise. But, fun fact, there's a secret pocket in these for sweets. Because apparently, when you exercise, you have to eat sweets. I have a secret sweet pocket. I'd do more exercise if that was the case. Do you remember how, a couple of months ago, before the general election, I had a moment where I was just beside myself with mirth because Jeremy Corbyn made cakes with some school kids, and there was this whole bit where they were like, "You make jam!" And it was the funniest thing ever. Well, I have been filled with mirth today because Jeremy Corbyn has sassed Piers Morgan in Spanish. Mate, if being leader of the Labour Party don't work out for you, being a meme is gonna do wonders for you. So basically, I'm on Twitter right now, and there's an article from the Daily Mail that's going around Twitter where Piers Morgan is upset, right, because he was at an Arsenal game, I think, chatting to a footballer. And then Jeremy Corbyn came over, and Piers Morgan tried to interrupt their conversation. So it says that the Labour leader, whose wife is Mexican, promptly switched to fluent Spanish to shut me out of the conversation. And said footballer then retweeted this article and was like, "Don't take it personally, Piers Morgan." To which Jeremy Corbyn has replied in Spanish. Jeremy Corbyn has replied to him in Spanish. That's bloody brilliant, mate. So you may notice that this wall behind me, this one, is a bit bare now, and you may or may not have seen, depending on what angles I've actually filmed from in this room, that used to be covered in photographs. Because I think I've mentioned before that I have this genuine fear of forgetting stuff, so I love photos and I love mementos of things, and where I lived before, my walls were just covered in ticket stubs and photographs, and when I moved in here, because there's a rather unsightly black mark on the wall, I turned that entire wall into like a photo wall, and I just had loads and loads of photographs from any event in my life that you can possibly imagine that there was a camera present at. But the problem is that that wall is directly opposite a really large window, and the photos, particularly the ones in the middle, were starting to fade and go a bit yellow. They look like they were from the 70s or something, so I've taken them all down and I put them in a book so they'll be protected. But we need to do something with this wall now. So I'm introducing a new section into these videos of what is Leah doing with this wall. So, let's get this started, shall we? By beginning with the command hooks. They use this room on Poldark, and Mum is a big Poldark fan, and she didn't know.